Welcome back. My name is Timothy Judkins. You are here at the Realty Resource Report. And this is where we give the latest and greatest in real estate news, what's going on in the market, what I have going on in my local business, and buyer seller tips and things of that nature. Happy Labor Day to everybody. It is the 1st of September. I already have my coffee. I guess I'll put in that labor for people who aren't working on Labor Day today. No problem there. And I'm not the only one. I actually have Marquita and Notori here at the office with me today. They are doing their own little thing on the side. But to get into the news, everything keeps transforming in the market. Congratulations to my sellers. Congratulations to all owners and sellers in the market who are currently under contract, because them things they're flying. We're still in a seller's market. If you price it right, it's out the door. If you price it right, it's out the door. So don't get too greedy, because if we're too greedy sometimes on these transactions, it's so hard to get them done because we got to look at the layout. We got to look at what everybody else is charging, what the other prices are in the neighborhood, things of this nature, because they are huge impacts on our business. All right. Now, just a few things that I'm seeing in the market. We have a huge trend in remote workers. That's still a thing, hybrid working, where they go in a few days, they work from home a few days, and this is actually still driving people from the cities to the suburbs out into the Ohio Valley where we are. And we saw this as a huge influx during COVID. During the pandemic, a lot of people were leaving the cities, going out to the countryside, rural areas. So we have more of that trend happening. More and more people are still leaving. Interest rates are coming down. Nothing really too immaculate that's going to do a lot of driving for buyers at this point, but they're still going in that direction. So hopefully that helps everybody. Also, I wanted to touch on digital transactions. So being at Remax, we have a lot of nationwide client base. So we have a bunch of buyers and sellers that are coming and going out the state. And with that being said, a lot of them coming from different markets are expecting a different level of transaction, a different level of expertise in business for our market. Now, it's not something that we are too far behind. It's nothing that we can't do in general, but they expect remote closings. They expect digital transactions. They expect dot loop and DocuSign. They expect to be able to do these things digitally because they are doing them in other markets around the US. And so when they're moving to this area and out of this area, being on this technology, in front of this technology, is a huge key for any of our businesses to grow in this area. So if you are a title company, if you're a lender, if you're a mortgage company, if you're a brokerage, the more you're in the technology, the more advantage we're going to have when it comes to these out-of-towners coming in and those who are leaving. So I just wanted to touch on that because that is a huge thing. I don't think enough people are putting enough energy into that and realizing that. What else did I have for you guys today? So for anybody who's looking to get into the market, if you are a first-time home buyer, if you have not bought a house yet, if you are a college student, if you're somebody who's interested in getting into home ownership, please look into first-time home buying programs like NACA and OHFAs here in Ohio. So we have a bunch of programs that will help you with the down payment, help you with closing costs, all these things. Please reach out to a realtor if you do not know about these things. Info's, reach out anytime. But now for my, for every broadcast, we have to do a buyer tip and a seller tip. So my buyer tip for the day. All right. This is still going into the younger generation, college students. And even if you're not, maybe this will just give you a new idea to go about it. Look into the new technologies that exist, whether it's AI, ChatGPT. Use these new technologies to make transactions make sense for you. Okay. For example, if you don't know how much you're going to be paying a month based on the current state of interest rates and this house in this area, why not run that through ChatGPT and get an idea of what you're going into, what you're going to actually be doing? Why not use these technologies to our advantage to help make these transactions go smoother? And if the explanation that comes off of ChatGPT is too complicated, then ask it to break it down. can you say this in a simpler form? Because at the end of the day, the more knowledgeable we are in our transactions and what we're trying to do and what you actually bring to the agent. So say if you were looking at this house in this neighborhood and then you looked it up on ChatGPT on what your prices would be, what interest rate would, everything of that nature. And then you come to the agent like, no, this is the house I want. This is the price range I want to stay in because of these factors. You have a higher success rate because you're more knowledgeable about what you're trying to do and how you're trying to go about it in your actual market. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know how many people are actually applying these type of technologies when it comes to buying a home, but if I was doing it in my current day, I would definitely be doing that. I would definitely be going through and researching these. I do that all the time with everything else. So why not? Now, on the other side, seller tip. So my seller tip for the day is still playing on the same idea. If you know that the younger generation and future generations are going to be buying through technology and going to be using these resources to understand the process, understand what they're actually getting into and the details of the property that they're trying to get, why aren't you trying to get your properties on these technologies? Why aren't you trying to market them on these platforms? This is a great way to get not only in front of the competition if you're a homeowner and you're trying to sell your home, but it also gives you the advantage of being there and ready for when my other side, when my buyers start doing their research, they'll be able to find you. You're not going to be hidden somewhere. You're not going to be in a tabloid in a newspaper, and I have to go to a physical gas station or grocery store to even get the information of where your home is at. So why not be on the technology, take advantage of the technology, and if your agent isn't doing these things, ask them about it. What type of platforms are you going to be marketing my property on? Where can people find me? Where can you find this, house on these different digital spaces? Not just, on the MLS or Zillow, because at the end of the day, the more awareness you get, the more offers you might get. Just saying. Just saying. All right. So, our last thing for the day, every single time, I'm not going to get on here and spend this time and energy to not plug the team. Come on now. Come on. All right. So our first listing that we got for today is 75601 16th Road in Caddis. This one's listed by Marquita for $156,000. It's only been on the market for 5 days, 6 days now. Go check it out. Go reach out to her. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You better get over there. You better find out what's going on. The next one I have is 83 Sun Valley in Glendale. I took this photo, so. This one's listed by Casey. And this is 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I'm not listed, I'm not a licensed agent over there, so I'm not going to give you too many details about this home. But if you want to get a private tour, if you want more information, reach out to Casey. The next one we have is 34 Scheller Lane. This one is also in Wheeling, West Virginia, and that one is $290,000. It is huge. I filmed this one as well, and I will say that it had a pool, acreage. Go check that one out. One more time, 34 Scheller. Check that one out. It's listed by Travis Broadwater, my broker. All right, and the next one we have for is 19 Roosevelt Avenue. This is a whole business. So I actually went and filmed this one as well. It's a really great price. It's a commercial listing. Like I said, I'm not licensed over there, so there's only so much I could give you, but there's definitely multiple units upstairs where people are like renting actively, and they actually have a whole business going on as well. Great owners, great people. You should definitely check this one out. And that one's 19 Roosevelt Avenue, Benwood, West Virginia. Okay, and that's listed by my broker as well, Travis Broadwater. And then the last one I got for the day is 8 Spring Street. Boom, boom. And this one's listed by Garrison, and that is at $85,000 in Bridgeport, Ohio. $85,000. And that is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. See, this is a prime example where it's only been on the market for 4 days, and I don't know how much longer it's going to be there, because when you price it right, it's going to go. It's going to go. Now, if you guys have any questions about real estate in general, if you want help buying a home, if you want help selling a home, contact me, reach out to me. My information is available. If you want to become a real estate agent and work at this brokerage, reach out to me. I would love to tell you what my day-to-day life is besides drinking coffee, because this is also one of the highlights of the job. But beyond that, it was great seeing you guys, and I'll see you next time.